Hi, my name is Adrian Whiteman. I'm the District Chief of Communications Platoon 1, Toronto Fire Service. I've been a Toronto Fire communicator for 21 and a half years, approximately, and I'm here to talk today about the Communicator of the Year award that my platoon has won for our actions on the 21st of May of 2022. I think first of all that it's kind of humbling to win an award like this, because you wonder as soon as you hear about it why it was you that was selected. It was hardly the only major emergency event that we had in 2022. Any number of days, any number of platoons could have won this award, any of them pretty much. We've always had a good core of people. They're professional, they're solid, they do their jobs despite the situation that it's presented to them, and quite frankly, it's what we do every day. And I think that's why most of us keep coming in, is the ability to provide service to our communities and to other members of the emergency services community. As I remember it, the 21st of May started out like almost any other day. Weather wasn't particularly bad when we came in. It was a spring day, and we found out about halfway through the morning that we were going to get a thunderstorm. Thunderstorms are hectic times. There's a lot of calls that come in, a lot of just minor damage here and there that people call us about, a lot of wires down, be they actually dangerous hydro wires or be they just cable TV or something like that. But we get a lot of those calls, and it's just a matter of prioritizing them and keeping the trucks moving, going from call to call, and making sure that we go to the more dangerous threats to the public first. But on the 21st, it became clear in the middle of that event just how severe it was, not just through the call volume, but because of the severity of it. We're getting quite a few trees down.
Toronto Fire's implemented severe weather protocols. They've received over 100 calls and incidents related to these outages, with power lines down. Pretty much everybody across the GTA's felt the wrath of this fast-moving storm.
And at the same time, it wasn't just a matter of damage from the storm. We had a couple of rescues who had to perform on the lake. There were, I think one of them was a kite boarder that had gotten blown pretty far off course, and the second was some people in a small boat that needed rescuing as well. And so, I mean, it being May, end of May, we did have some people out enjoying the water and all that, and they had to be helped as well. So it was a large variety of different types of calls that we had at the same time, and it really showed the flexibility of the crew that we had on duty that day, because they were able to recognize the different challenges that occurred that occur in the different types of calls, and they were able to respond to all of them. We like to say that the police handle crime situations, and ambulance handles medical situations, and pretty much anything else is a fire department situation. So whether it's a rescue, whether somebody's reporting damage to public property, they think there's a hazardous situation with a tree in this case, for example, that's fallen on some wires, or there's a sign that's blown halfway off a building and it's dangling, they think could be a threat to the public, pretty much all of those different things. So as a fire department dispatcher, it's important to maintain that kind of flexibility, and also to recognize that there are different levels of severity. And in a case where we actually have many more calls and we actually have apparatus to respond to them, the ability to prioritize and decide that we're definitely going to have to go rescue those people out in the lake, but perhaps we can wait a little while on the trees that's fallen down in somebody's backyard, or the road sign that's been blowing down the street, or whatever it happens to be. So yeah, it was a very good effort by Platoon 1 on that day. But like I said, every platoon in communications in the Toronto Fire Service expresses the same sort of values, the same teamwork, the same kind of ability to respond to pretty much any kind of event that's presented to us. So that's, while we were the ones that won this award this year, I really think it could have gone to anybody. It could have gone for any number of different events and different situations.